We're heading out to help the people with Sanctuary. Get them set up. Then heading back to Concord. Trying to loot the place. At least the best of our abilities. I don't want to get stuck on this kind of a settlement building at this point. But I promise to help them out. Might as well get it out of the way.
Let's trade.
It's not.
No time to lay about. This place ain't gonna fix itself.
Where's the... the... Mr. Preston.
I'm glad you decided to come with us. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
So, do you believe in these visions she has?
I didn't used to, but how did she know about this place? I think she has some kind of a gift. Best not to ignore it. I mean, look at this place. I really think this could be what we've been looking for.
I don't know. It's strange being back here.
What do you mean? You used to live here or something?
What do you think I'm saying?
Well, that you're from before the war. The Great War. Like one of those old ghouls you sometimes run into. Is that true?
Yeah, sort of. I was born over 200 years ago, but I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Damn. Like one of those old pre-war ghouls. You say you were frozen. Anybody else make it out with you?
Just my son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I've been looking for him.
Damn. I'm sorry. I hope you find him. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Yeah, he took it pretty well.
And I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope and there are Minutemen out there somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
What kind of help do they need?
Sounded like the usual. Raiders. You'll have to get all the details when you talk to them.
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
Sturgis it is. Gotta level up. Oh 05. Need level 7 before we can do anything really useful. We could go with the gun nuts. Could we though? Level 13 to get the second rank, so we couldn't get the silencer anyway. I think sneaking might be our thing. I mean, it's been the plan all along that we're gonna do it, and might as well start doing it. Become Whisper, become a Shadow. You are 20% harder to detect while sneaking. Might want to go to Diamond City. Looking at the map, it's not gonna be nearby anyway. But yeah, it's a long road, so we'll probably encounter all type of things on the way there. However, talk to Sturgis.
Hey, Sturgis.
You willing to do some work?
What kind of help do you need?
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long.
I'd be glad to help.
Okay, good deal. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
I think I removed all the resources here. Defense, bed, water, and food is a problem. We need to gather some additional resources. This is no good. We're gonna need clothing. Or cloth, rather.
Thanks. Thanks for checking.
Not sure if we have enough cloth, but we should have enough everything else. If I'm going to go through another house, I'm sure we have enough resources for a few beds. Right. We don't have enough. We need more clothes. Suppose we could do mattresses, but no. Proper bed. We need a few more. Still need more. Ooh, is that a rod? Nope. No, it is not. I think might have enough now. Right, beds. Yep, enough for 5 beds. Right. I want to have these in a concentrated place if I can help it. They don't all have to be here though. I certainly wouldn't mind if they were. Well, that's enough beds. What then?
Hey, do you have a moment?
Can we trade a few things?
Don't take offense to Marcy. She's working through the loss in her own way.
Sanctuary. I knew you'd join us here, kid. Your energy is tied to this place.
Right. Where's Sturgis?
Nothing I hate more than raider scumbags. If you run into any, put a few down for me.
Seems to be growing well.
New harvest, excellent. Sturgis?
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
What do you mean?
Like a well. Then we don't have to keep drinking the river water. That stuff's not good for you.
Yep. So, basic resources. No, that's yep, water. Water pump, water purifier industrial one. I will probably want to just... Oh, we need concrete. That's easy to arrange. And 2 gear. Should be enough water. Barely, but still.
You want my 2 caps? We should keep moving. Don't want
Hey,
to be
Sturgis.
pinned down when the raiders come.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
What kind of crops are you looking for?
It doesn't much matter. Potatoes, mute fruit, corn, whatever you can get to grow.
Good. Very good. We don't have carrots or corn, but we have a lot of gourds, so it's gonna be a gourd place, I guess. Must assign workers. I don't think we do. Basically because the workers will assign themselves to food production if they don't have any other thing they to do. So we don't have to do shit. Melons. How much food are we producing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need at least one more. At least. That's all we had anyway. Goddamn Sturgis. Where did the man disappear now?
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go of this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
What sort of defenses did you have in mind?
Walls, sandbags, turrets, whatever you can put together.
Yes. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Don't really want to do much here now, so I think I'll just put a couple of turrets somewhere and leave things at that. Assuming I have the resources. Damn it.
I'll stop complaining when there's nothing left to complain about.
Yep. Right. I think we want to keep any potential defenses to this structure. There's a huge area we can build to, but I wouldn't know where the enemy would be even coming from. I don't want to build that many walls, so I could funnel them. So something to protect our little plantation here, and maybe something on the other side. Try to keep things simple. Roofs. Metal roofs. Right. A simple defensive turret is pretty piss poor, but it doesn't really require much. Circuitry, gear, and oil. With one level gun nut, we could go for heavy machine gun turrets. Also requires more resources. Resources we don't have, so I'm not super interested. We'll have to do a trip back to the other side. Yeah, Red Rocket truck stop. Not sure if we have enough circuitry, but I would assume we do. Oil, gear, circuitry, some things like that. We don't need many of them. We need oil and spring. Gas canisters. Yeah, that should be enough oil. What else did we need? Circuitry. Hot plates. That should do it. I'll take a few extra resources just in case. Ballistic fiber. Mr. Handy fuel, that's good. I doubt a turret like this is gonna do any good. Yeah. Yep. We'll want to cover this. And one to cover this. Right. So we have our defense platform here. Right.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
What next?
Well, I guess figuring out how to get back to living, instead of just surviving. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows too. Some of the walls actually, come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Not enough for a level up though, but still quite a bit. Ooh, I did want to try something else. I don't recall what the what the scavenging station requires. Extra scavenging production. I don't know if it is the shit. I want to make one. It requires a person. This resource is now assigned. Whatever that means. I'll leave the resources here. I don't see anything particularly interesting. Except for the nuclear material. An antique globe. Cork. will leave the rest. I don't. If I basically want to do something, I don't want to always go back and forth with these sites. So. Well, it might not be much of a haven, but it's a place for them to spend their time. I want to talk to the old woman, the seer. There is a structure, I think, that you could basically put up and use it to summon nearby settlers to one location, so you don't have to go and search for them. Might be worthwhile to install something like that. It's not a big deal. We have things to do. We don't need to talk to the woman. I was just somewhat curious. Right. Back to Concord. Too heavy to carry. What's this? Ooh, maybe I can use you to serve the other one. Don't want to look at your naked nipples, so you could please just go away. That would be great. Good, good. Little ass to the face. Ah. Low strength value problems. Come on. Just push it a little bit. Ah, good enough. How much carry weight do we have? 99. Too little. Can add a pocket. Now we have no adhesive or leather. A little bit of extra carry weight. Totally worth it. Already done this management shit. So why don't I have carry weight? I should have more. What have I been picking up? Deathclaw steak. Corn, mud fruits, and potato. Produces 5 adhesive. So when we find the extra I suppose, plants at this point. We might as well make our own little plantation here. Alternatively, we could just expand the one in Sanctuary and just go there, because you can expand the number of people living in a settlement. It might be better to just push the food production in a site that we might want to expand. 69. Brain fungus. Coca-Cola Quantum heals 400 health. That's a massive amount. Gives you 100 action points too. Cutting fluid for oil and sort of a waste of water though. They would have to be very desperate for oil. So we have enough carry weight, so we don't have to worry about things too much. Right. Back to Concord. We'll basically loot everything that we can. It's going back and forth. It's just a quick travel. Let's loot it. Burnt books. Short pipe rifle.
Won't be able to pick this.
Expert safe. I'm sure there's nothing special there, but I still hate leaving it behind. We would need 2 more level ups. Then we could do expert locks. Not that big of a place. There's like probably less than half a dozen of streets here. 2 roads sort of crossing each other, and that's where most of the houses are. And probably most of the houses are not accessible anyway. Pack of fertilizer. That means bombs. Adhesives. Light bulbs mean copper. Not sure what you get from fuses. Not that it really matters. But it's something that you might want to learn as time goes by. You don't really have to though. There is a... When you look at your, I suppose, resources in the crafting table, you have an option to mark them. So I'm guessing once you mark them, the game is basically highlighting them for you, or ingredients that contain those resources. You don't have to have a mental note of it. The game does that for you if you want to. I'd still like to have a mental note of it in my own head. So I can immediately detect what's useful and what not without any kind of extra interference. Let's try to be systematic about this. We're also interested in plants. Crop plants, basically. So, certainly worth the effort to take a look around a bit. Not that there seems to be of much value here.
Allows nuclear protection on a budget.
Concord Civic Access. Keep that in mind. I'm confident that we got the raiders at least, but I suppose you could have minor enemies still here. Stop blocking me, you filthy animal. For fuck's sakes, you, get the fuck out of here.
How you doing, buddy? Go on. Wait for me at home.
Factory Hills. That way he doesn't have to be alone. Pipe bolt action sniper rifle. Pipe pistols are worthless. Not going to even bother taking them.
Got it.
I did everything but the pipe pistol, thank you very much. Nothing really useful, like a pocket watch and some ammunition. There wouldn't happen to be a bed here somewhere. Well, we can wait too, I suppose. You can only wait when you're sitting down. It's 9, so let's just sit here for 9 hours. Sounds like a plan to me. I'd like to have some daylight while we're doing this. Someone around the fire, but not sure if they're hostile or not. Actually, just a single guy, as far as I can tell. Maybe I can go around him. Come at him from the rear. Well, dead people, settlers. It's a good chance to raid her. Also a good chance to see how far we can go with our current sneaking abilities. Settler.
Excuse me.
Oh boy, you may want to keep your distance.
Why? Are you threatening me?
Nah, nothing like that. It's just, well, I think I ate a bad can of meat. Okay, maybe it was 3 cans. Seemed pretty tasty at first, but now it's got my guts all in a twist. And, well, you can probably smell it from there. Longneck Lukowski's canned meat my ass. Longneck Lukowski's canned poison, more like it. Here, have the rest of it. I'm never touching the stuff again as long as I live. Assuming I live through the day. Ugh. And if you happen to see that Lukowski, tell him I hope he dies in a goddamn fire. Ugh. God. Sorry. Probably better if you get going. If it's anything like last time, it's about to get kind of messy.
Diarrhea. Well, maybe I don't want to cook anything anything there. What kind of a site did we get? Not that. That's Diamond City. Longneck Lubovsky's Cannery. Right. Other side of the world. Well, minor items of interest. Suppose that telescope there. Not a telescope, is it? Radio transceiver, whatever. The radio dish. That would probably be a good site to go to. Very high probability of decent electronics. At the same time, currently we don't have really a use for them, though. Whatever. Cat bow. Not a lot of places to visit here. Kind of robbed place. Looks like a ex-shop of some sort. There's nothing to loot. Maybe a nice place to use in the firefight against the raiders. Other than that, seems fairly worthless. Well, there's something on the roof there. If we could get to that height, we could use the ladders or a fire escape to go up. Hmm. This isn't high enough. At the same time, you wouldn't need much to be able to do it. Thing is, you need to be in the construction mode to move around these heavier objects. Concord Speakeasy. Well, there's at least a decent chance that we could get to a roof from here.
Yes.
Fragmentation mine. Bolt action rifle. Take more sneaking. They're now 30% harder to detect and no longer trigger floor-based traps. 40% harder, no longer trigger enemy mines. 50% harder, running no longer adversely affects stealth. Engaging the stealth causes distance enemies to lose you. We could... Other options. Gun nut is a good option though. We just need to, well... We need level rank 2... Gun nut rank 2 before it's really useful. That's level 13 and we're not even halfway there. Hacking requires level 9. We do have to take something new. Taking science wouldn't be a bad idea. But at the same time, we don't have any energy weapons at all at the moment, so that's not gonna do us much good. Pickpocketing. Pickpocketing functions like Skyrim pickpocketing. You can place live grenades in a person's inventory. You can steal equipped weapons. You can steal equipped items. Pickpocketing would certainly be an option. Not sure I see myself as That's sort of a sneaksman, at least not yet. And there's always game crashed. Want to get rid of this area, save somewhere outside it. The game is mostly stable, but combining problems with recent NVIDIA drivers and your typical instability with a Bethesda game early on, yeah. If I play this without recording, it's mostly stable. I mean, crashes will happen, but very infrequent. It's the let's record this thing in combination, and it crashes a lot. And this is after I've stripped down a few graphical details that I feel at least contributed to the problem. But this is gonna be one of those Let's Plays. Hopefully there's gonna be patches to this game, but before I get that far with it. I mean, I would love to not to have to worry about frequent crashes. I think I'm gonna have the luxury, but whatever. Could be something in the area too. I'm sort of a little paranoid about areas that start to act suspiciously. I mean, this feels different from the area outside this house. There's a very different feel to this, and I don't mean some kind of atmospheric feel. I mean that the gameplay feels different. Like there's a little bit of a stickiness to your movements. You can move normally, but it feels like you have a little bit of some adhesive in your heels. I'm not looking too closely what I'm getting out of this. Just want to clean the place out and get the hell out of here. I mean, we're picking everything up anyway, so what does it matter? Most of this is, well, if not uninteresting, it's not that meaningful either. The typical items of... Why am I going here? The typical items of minor interest. But mostly says ammunition and that sort of crap. Combat knife. Comfy pillow. Oh, gotta take a comfy pillow. 3 mannequins. Day trooper. Skull. Well, why wouldn't you take the skull? I mean, that's just common sense. I think that's it. We're not gonna be able to finish this time. Still too much of the city left, and there's the civic, whatchamacallit, underground too. Wonder glue. And another
No way I
expert
can
save.
pick this.
So there's 2 saves in here in the city already that we can't pick. One in church, one in there. We can't jump here or get up there anyway. But municipal plutonium well. Right. Been here? Yes. Workhouse. I'm fairly certain we haven't been here. It's trouble anyway. Toothpaste. Would toothpaste be antiseptic?
Sweet.
Tactical pipe pistol. Fusion cells. Ported calibrated pipe pistol. Mint axe. And that's it. Well, we can at least, at the bare minimum, upgrade some of our own weapons with the mods we found. Still, silencer is the one I'm mostly interested in. Well, there's some kind of a bed there. How would you get there? Jump from there, I suppose. How would you get there? It's there's probably been some kind of a grader on that roof. I doubt this has been anything more serious than that. There's ammunition box too. Yeah, you could go there maybe. Sort of confused. The game does seem to award quite a bit of exploration. I mean, that's not something you can just casually stumble upon. You have to work your ass a little bit to make it happen. Yeah, these are not accessible. No easy way to just jump there. I wonder how you're... This is probably an exit. I was wondering how you're supposed to get there initially. You might be able to get in here. But again, how would you get there initially? Well, maybe you can do it with the power armor. I've seen footage of the power armor being able to use like a jetpack. So maybe some kind of upgrade to that. You can explore these places better. By the way, it looks like we're coming to an end on the exploration. Concord Civic Access. I have to go to the Civic Access naturally, but ignoring that, I think we're pretty much done with the city. There are a few points of interest that we haven't been able to take a look at, but I don't see any easy way we could take a look at them. We'd have to be able to either fly or move around these equipment pieces. With our maximum strength of 1, that's just isn't happening. Might be the last house. There were a couple of houses on the other side on a hill. Minuteman. Right. So, Concord more or less explored, although clearly there are places still available for us. You wouldn't have to be able to, have to jump too far to be able to access all these places, but just a little bit. Able to move something like this would also be sufficient. We can move rubber tires. Well, it isn't much, but it's at least in theory you could do it. Hmm. More sensible approach might be to how do you place it? Sort of can't. Have to place it on the side so you have enough room to jump on top of it without kicking it down. Right. Good luck with that. Not sure why I'm even bothering with this. Okay, there were a couple of houses on this side. There. Graphical glitches that just were there. I can see them too. Some definitely problem with how the current drivers are handling the game. At the same time, I don't want to bitch about them too much because the older drivers were like totally hopeless. They were tripping all over themselves to crash in this game. So these are the latest drivers and they at least make it possible for you to play the game. And as I said, the recording adds a level of instability here that normally wouldn't be here. Well, it doesn't make this any less sucky, but I think it's time for us to end anyway. Right. Don't really need a machete. So the Civic, whatchamacallit, is still left, but with that we can say goodbye to Concord. Start to move on. I suppose I could have always chosen just not to make a let's play of the game at this point, but I sort of you only play the game the first time once, and either you do it now or you're not gonna do it. It's not like I'm not going to play the game. one way or another I'm gonna play it. It's just, are you gonna play it and record it, or are you just gonna play it? Hmm. Extra 10mm pistol gives us a screw. Combat knife gives us the bolt action rifle. Copper and a screw. Ported calibrated pipes pistol. Tactical pipe pistol. Want to get quick ejection magazine. Plays with standard. Reflex sight that plays with standard. And a comfort grip plays with standard. Scrap. So, sniper rifle, ported calibrated pipe pistol. Modify. Medium scope, long barrel. Right. Long barrel and a shotgun. Hardened receiver. That's more damage. Shotgun needs to be high damage. I think that's all the upgrades we can do at the moment. Here we cannot. Comfort grip pipe auto pistol. Standard size. Muscle. Bayonet. Nope. We have an extra comfort grip. Improved hip fire accuracy. That's better than nothing. Long barrel. Need more adhesive. Right. Right. So, back to Concord and wrapping that up. Then, I don't know. Continuing our way toward Diamond Sea.